Hi and welcome to Doc 2 Snippets. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Remembrance of the Daleks collector set, which contains an Imperial Dalek, Special Weapons Dalek, Supreme Dalek, and a Renegade Dalek. Boring. Right. Amazing. Cool. Amazing. Amazing. Well, yes. Tells you what it includes, like all good sets should. Down here, character, BBC, tells you the dates. It's really nice on the top, it looks good. Background of the packaging is the Dalek ship. Like almost all classic sets. Still got the old logo. It's got all the Doctors, dates. We got a bit of info on the 7th Doctor. And then it's got a bit of info on the Remembrance of the Daleks. And pictures of all the Daleks. Down here we got the contents as always. And copyright images and stuff. Shiny sticker, which is good. Yay, my things are real. And it's got 4 posable figures, action figures. Nice picture of the Special Weapons Dalek, which I really like. And a lovely picture of the battle, I think. That's a really, really nice feature. And once again, set includes. So, let's get this thing open, and I'll come back later. Hi everyone. It's been 24 hours since I opened the set, and I've played with all the Daleks, got to know them, their pros and cons of the figure, and now I'm ready to review them. And as you can see, first up is the Imperial Dalek. So, what can I say about him? I've wanted this for a long, long time, this Dalek. Head's still a bit stiff, but always loosens up. The eye goes up and down, and not as flimsy as most classic Daleks. Lovely blue eye, which is nice. And then we got, on top, which I noticed, which I really, really like, is the fact that the eye is completely white, except for the gold discs, so you can actually see that the whole thing's white. It hasn't just all been painted gold. That's a better way of looking at it. With the head back. Around the back we got the neck of the Dalek, which is very well detailed, but it's annoying on mine. I don't know if this is on all of them, once again. You can't really see it in the camera, but there's a slight gap between the second neck section and the third. And then we got the chest and the skirt, as always, and a nice white base. These were the first Daleks I properly liked, because when I first liked Doctor Who, in the book, some of you might have it, I think it was Monsters and Villains, it had a lovely picture of these with Sylvester McCoy, and I just really like them. And in the book it says they're made out of ivory and gold. One down point of this figure is when you see it in pictures you think the joints are black. They're not, they're brown. So they're not that bad, but they should be gold. So it sort of does put, especially from quite far away, they look black, and that is a bit annoying. It was the same on the Comic-Con one. With the Forbidden Planet one, sorry. So that's the front. That's the neck again. Oh, you can just see that gap there, which is annoying. So yeah. Oh, and that's a nice feature. The clear bit between the lights. Well, not really lights. What became lights. And last bad thing about this lovely, lovely Dalek is the base. Underneath the base, the wheels are black. So when you just do that, they are really a bit annoying. They should have made the wheels white. Especially if this is on a cabinet, a clear cabinet you can see underneath, and it'll look very, very, very irritating. But arm, nicely done, needed to be loosened up as always. Gun, very nice. And I give this figure a 9 out of 10, because it is a lovely collector's piece, and there are just a few down points to it. So yeah, that's the Imperial Dalek. 9 out of 10. Welcome back, and next up is the Renegade Dalek. As you can tell now, I am doing the troops first and then the additions later. Now this Dalek, I'm sorry to say this, but there's one word to sum it up. Boring. It's a bit of a shame, because this set is a very, very nice set. And I know you've got to have a Renegade Dalek, and I'm not saying it's the set's fault, it's the episode's fault for making the Renegade Daleks so boring, but then it sort of made the Imperials nicer, so just forget me, I'm rambling. But they could have done either, instead of a Renegade Dalek, Davros as the Emperor Dalek. That would have been a very, very, very nice addition. And the reason I say you don't really need a Renegade Dalek is if you got Dalek Collector Set 1. Because there's a 4th Doctor Dalek from Genesis of the Dalek, which looks almost exactly the same. It's got a gun, sorry, just isn't showing up on the light. See, they are almost the same. The eye's the same, except for from above they're a bit different. The grey's a bit different, but the gun's browner and black, and there's the arm goes right through the sucker. But apart from that, they're pretty much the same. So you don't really need him, the Renegade. Yeah, as I say, that's from Dalek Collector Set 1, Genesis of Daleks. Quite hard to find now, so get it quick. Let's move on to looking at this figure. The eye moves up and down, and it's not as flimsy again as the old classic Dalek sets, like Dalek Collector Set 1. Gun, arm didn't really need loosening up. Gun, fine. And it's all basic Dalek, really. That's all I can describe it as. Head does a 360 spin, but because I've only had it a day, still very loose, stiff. And, that's him, really. Not one of my favourite Daleks, but because I love Daleks, I would always give them a home. Always. Right, next up is the Dalek Supreme. Now, I didn't really like this at first, but it is actually, let me tell you, pretty gorgeous. It is made from very nice shiny plastic, black plastic. The gun's silver, which is a nice contrast. The arm needed a lot of loosening up, and the eye just blends in really nicely. And the best part of it are the orange lights. This figure is pretty good. I hope they do it as a single carded figure for people who can't really afford to buy the collector set. The eye moves up and down. Head, once again, very stiff still. I haven't been able to turn it all the way around yet, but it will loosen up over time. Well, that's about it. You can imagine him as just a basic Dalek, classic Dalek, just shiny black and looking very, very impressive. So yeah, that's the Supreme Dalek, leader of the Renegades. I give this figure 7 out of 10 because there's nothing special about him, but he looks very nice. He is quite a nice addition to my collection. So 7 out of 10 for him. And I forgot to rate the Renegade. Renegade, I'm probably giving it 5 out of 10. Maybe even as low as 4, but I don't know. Alright, next up is the Special Weapons Dalek. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here is the final part of my review, and probably the most anticipated Dalek in the set, the Special Weapons Dalek. Never been released before. He is absolutely stunning. But still, he is quite a big letdown, because no articulation at all, except for the gun moving up and down, which is cool. But it would have been nice if it spun in the middle. Of course, it's got a nice gold base. It's very imperial. Moves around like a normal Dalek. The biggest sad letdown of it is the fact that isn't a red eye like on the real thing. It looks a bit red, but in that picture, that's just a light. It's all gold, those little bits. That's the sad bit. But the dirt on it is very nicely done. It actually looks like it's been in a lot of battles. And as I say, the gun moves up and down, which is cool. And that's about it. But although all those letdowns, I am going to rate this figure. It looks absolutely fantastic. That gives it a 7 out of 10. But then, it has never been released before, and for $13.99, they had 3 other Daleks. That gives it an extra 2, so 9 out of 10. And the final part is the detail on it. It's absolutely amazing. So that gives it a final score of 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing Dalek. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.